All right, we are here at the 2017 ABA Tech Show with Tom Lambotte. Yes, got it. From GlobalMac IT, CEO and founder of GlobalMac IT. And I believe that you specialize in IT support specifically for Mac law firms.
That's correct.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me more about what you guys do.
So we're actually the only company in the world that does what we do. Right?
Okay.
So we're a managed service provider. So we do fully outsourced IT only for Mac-based law firms.
Okay.
And we do it throughout the U.S.
Wow.
In fact, we actually have the biggest law firm all the way out in American Samoa.
Wow.
So if anyone has doubts about ability to work remotely, that pretty much covers it.
Okay, cool. I never noticed. You have two different colored eyes. Yeah? Cool.
I didn't notice either.
Yeah, a little green, a little bluish. Today, maybe the lights are changing its color. Okay, cool. So let me ask you, why is Mac more secure than PC? From what I understand, hackers don't want to waste a year of their life making a virus that will only affect 4% of people. Is that what it is?
That's definitely part of it. You got basic math. It's ROI. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Aside from that, the foundation that the Mac OS is built on is Unix, which is much more secure right off the bat.
Okay.
That being said, I think a lot of Mac using attorneys are far too lackadaisical in their security measures because they're on Macs. So a lot
they feel like I'm using a Mac, no need for antivirus, no need for anything, I'm secure, but it's not true.
Correct. Cybercrime is not viruses.
Right.
Cybercrime has evolved so much in the past decade. I mean, it's a completely different beast. So most people will go, yeah, I don't get viruses, so I'm good.
Right.
But you're not. There's phishing. It's so advanced.
Right.
All the different
And just for people listening, not like phishing, but like phishing for your email, password, stuff like that. Be careful while you click it online. Yeah. Don't open that Google Doc that people send you.
Use secure passwords.
Right.
Implement multiple different security layers.
Right.
A Mac-based law firm still has to do that, but many don't. They're far too laid back. I'm on a Mac, so I'm good. I don't have to do anything. Right. But if they have to stand up to an ethics board to prove that they were doing their due diligence,
they would
to protect the
not do well.
Privilege, they could not make their case. They'd have a hard time, saying, "Oh, I'm on a Mac." Isn't that good enough? That's not going to stand.
So what is good enough? Are there like 3 things they can do? They can get a Mac. They can get Mac. I don't know, Mac routers. What else can they do?
So you've got to get a enterprise grade router or firewall.
Okay.
We prefer the Cisco. Cisco Meraki devices are wonderful, very easy to use, and not overly complex.
But a typical attorney probably couldn't set this up on their own.
No. I mean, most of them are buying $50 routers from Best Buy. It's a consumer device. It's not made to do what they need, right?
So if you're hosting all your files on your server in your office and you're using a cheap $50 router, chances are anyone can easily crack into the router and then crack into your network, and then you're done.
Yeah. An enterprise-grade router, the modern ones especially, are cloud-connected. So they're being constantly updated with security definitions, where off-the-shelf ones are not. So you buy it and it's already old. It's like a car.
Wow.
Right? Unless it's a Tesla. Right? It gets better with age. It improves with age. Right? Where, a cheap router is not going to do that. So that's one thing.
Interesting. Okay. So talking about security and stuff, are you seeing that more firms are evolving towards the cloud naturally? They don't need so much security in-house or not so much servers. Well, as an MSP, are you hosting them? Are they VPNing into you? How does it work exactly?
So a lot of clients are moving away from having an on-site server altogether. When you
no maintenance in office anymore.
Yeah, when you look at it, why do people have an in-house server? It used to be email. Yep. You cannot make that case. You got Office 365,
Gmail.
Gmail. And then the next one, the 80% of people still using an on-site server is for file sharing.
Yep.
Which if it's for off-site, you have VPN access, which is always problematic.
Even a little bit annoying.
It's slow, and you move to the cloud. Then you don't have the hardware cost. You also don't have the responsibility and the risk. I mean, the cloud is so much more secure than having it on site.
It's funny, people think that my little dinky enterprise router is going to be more safe than Dropbox or Box or Google Drive, but it's not the case. It's not true. Yeah.
They don't realize that those, all those providers store their data in, 4-foot thick cement walls with biometric scanners and armed guards and battery
fireproof
backups.
Underground. No one's getting into those files.
Battery backups to power an entire city block. It's like you can't compete with that. You've got a server sitting in your office in the corner there on the floor, under a bunch of cables. And every time your cleaning crew comes in, they've got full access to it.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. I never thought about that. Okay. So as a managed service provider, what does that mean that you do exactly for them? You'll set them up with all these hardcore enterprise routers for their office. You'll fly in, you'll send them equipment. How does it work exactly?
So we do everything remotely because we've got it down to a science.
Do you have customers all over the U.S.?
Yeah.
Okay.
So coast to coast, and we've got we have some techs working on the West Coast as well.
Okay,
so
cool.
we have coverage. So we do everything IT related for them. We take everything off their plate so they can focus on what they do best. Because a lot of when you're the most common thing you run across in small firms, they're doing it themselves. Okay, they're the IT guy, they're the attorney, they're doing HR, they're
all
doing
in one.
They're doing everything.
Yeah, many hats.
But all that time is spent doing not billing and not growing the firm, which is where the true ROI comes in.
Yep.
And the biggest thing is it's all the things they don't know they don't know. Especially with Mac OS again. Oh, Macs are great. Macs are easy. I switched to Mac so I wouldn't have to use IT. Right? Again, it's another flawed belief system that people have.
Yeah.
But what they don't realize, what they're familiar with is the iceberg above the water. Okay. Below the water, all the things that they never think about. Getting policies in place, using mobile device management, enabling two-factor authentication, one password management, procedures for onboarding new employees and exiting employees.
Most softwares don't do any of this stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
There's so many things they don't know, and they're leaving themselves at risk. So when something happens, when an employee goes AWOL, then they don't sleep at night.
Because they can steal their data. Ooh.
Yeah, they have no control of the data that they've got on their employees' iPhones because they let them get email.
Right.
Oh, we're going to change the password. That's not the same thing.
Right.
Because changing the password stops them from sending an email and receiving emails, but all the data is still at rest on their phone.
Right.
Contacts, calendars, emails, attachments. A lot of
you're scaring me now. I'm thinking about my past people.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you have the proper mobile device management software and solution in place, along with a policy to back it up that you have written with your staff, now you're protecting yourself.
So you're saying that if an employee just doesn't show up to work, you can wipe out their devices remotely?
We click a button, boom. Everything we put onto a mobile device with our mobile device management tool, we can take off instantly.
Oh, cool.
So if they have the PracticePanther, iOS app, we click a button, boom, the entire app is wiped. Contacts, calendars,
all the data's wiped, everything's wiped.
Everything you put on, you can take off. So you have control now.
Okay.
So there's all the things they don't know. And then, you have the bottlenecks. You have the duct tape fixes. A very prevalent thing in small firms when the main attorney is also the IT person is that a lot of people are suffering in silence.
Yep.
100%. Every single time we've brought on a client, we go through a coaching process to their staff. We say, hey, let us know what's happening. If we don't know about it, we can fix it.
Yep.
Because they know the attorney has way too much to do, not enough time.
Yep.
So it's like, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to bother them. I'll just deal with it.
Yeah. Until it blows up and they get hacked, and all of a sudden now they're calling you emergency mode, and now it's going to be a lot more expensive than it would have been.
And that's the worst case. But many times that doesn't happen. So they keep slowly bleeding. Oh. Okay? Because these workarounds, these things that don't work, they're losing 5, 10, 15 minutes every single day, times 5 people, times 20 days a month. It adds up. And so they're bleeding tens of thousands of dollars in lost productivity. So what we do, we take everything, technology related off the plate.
Okay.
First, we focus on stabilizing the patient. Okay. So we come in and we look at all the issues. We implement the security measures and policies, multiple layers and all that stuff.
Okay.
We get them to baseline, if you will.
Okay, amazing.
Right? So we look at what are the biggest issues you currently have. What are the things that are, impeding your staff's productivity.
Right.
And then once you do that, you get to the other side, the fun side, which is like, hey, what are the solutions we can implement? What are the solutions you already have that if your staff learn how to do better, you'd make more money, you'd be more productive.
It's amazing how many things people have already that they're not even taking advantage of.
PracticePanther is a perfect example.
Yeah, people aren't even using all the features. There's a lot of things they could do.
With all CRMs, I learned that years ago when I worked for another company, is that most companies, they buy PracticePanther and they think they're done. And then they end up using it as a fancy Rolodex, right? That's your challenge, right? That's probably your biggest challenge.
Get them to use a lot of more things, get more value out of it, be more productive, automate your firm. I see what you're saying.
Most people are using 10 to 20% of the software they already have. So it's not pounding on a bunch of new solutions.
Just teaching them new things.
Yeah, so it's auditing. A, do you have the best solution for your firm? And then B, do you know how to drive and use and leverage that?
Awesome.
And so once we get through kind of the stabilization process and implementing some of these, then we have an ongoing annual, we call it the ASR, the Annual Strategy Roadmap, which we build for each client and update on an annual basis.
Oh, very nice.
Which drives our quarterly recommendations that we bring to them.
Oh, so you're continually giving them the latest updates and news and how to keep protected and everything.
Yeah, but more importantly, it's not just what we think they need. With this discussion, the Annual Strategy Roadmap that we go through, we pull out from them like, hey, what are your biggest fears, concerns? What keeps you up at night? What are the opportunities you want to seize?
Got it.
And we really have them tell us what they want to have happen.
Got it.
And then based on that, we use that to kind of bring the recommendations and
Listening
solutions.
to your customers. Very good. Good. So I know you're a busy man. You got to run. So let's finish it off, I guess. Well, how can people learn more, get more involved? Your website, is it globalmacit.com?
Yep. Yeah. So you can go to globalmacit.com.
Okay.
There's a lot of free resources, for Mac-based law firms.
Okay.
They can sign up. I've written a couple books. One called Legal Boost: Big Profits Through an IT Transformation. It's talking about different kind of leveraging strategies for technology.
How do they buy that?
They just go to globalmacit.com/boost.
Oh, they can buy on your website.
Okay. And they can sign up, and we'll mail them a free, hard copy of the book.
Okay, cool. There's also MacTrack Legal.
Yeah, MacTrack Legal is an event that happens every fall in October in Orlando. It's going to be October 19th to the 21st this year.
We'll be there.
And it's a 3-day event specifically for Mac using attorneys. And it's a very small, intimate event. Nothing like a tech show, which is awesome, but it's giant. This is 50 to 100 people. Everyone knows each other. And if you're a Mac using attorney, there's so much value packed in those 3 days.
You got to be there.
It's 100% made for you.
Awesome. All right. Well, you heard it first from Tom. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. Always good seeing you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right. Take care, guys. We'll see you next year.